Hi, I'm Todd Winkler, head volleyball coach, Carl Sandburg College. I have high expectations for this team. I think it's one of the best recruiting classes we've had at Carl Sandburg in a long time. My expectations are to be on top of the conference at the end of the season and hopefully be in the top of the region at the end of the season. I think Olivia Caldwell will be a leader on the sophomore side, her and Sam Busher. On the freshman side, I see my setters, Sarah Baker and Stephanie Williams, to be the leaders of the freshman class. I've been pleasantly surprised with a lot of the athletes, but I think one of them is Meredith Valletto has kind of surprised me. She's really come along a lot faster than I thought, and probably Dana Combs too. She listens and improves every day at practice. Our goal is 9-3 in the conference. I think that's a very achievable goal for us, and our team goal is 25 wins total, and I think we could be close to that if we really push ourselves and if the freshmen can play to their capabilities. Kishwaukee's always one of the toughest teams, but I think they're going to have a down year this year because they ended up getting a new head coach late, and I don't think he has the players in place, so I think it's probably going to be, Highland's going to be one of the tough teams to beat, but Kish will always be there too, I think. And then you're going to have Illinois Valley. It's returning 5 or 6 sophomores that, you know, they're a step ahead of everybody else.
Hello, I'm Bruce Tracy. I'm the cross-country coach at Carl Sandburg College for men's and women's. On the men's team, it's kind of tough to tell. It could be one of probably 4 different people, that's a satisfying thought to me because they're going to be all bunched up towards the lead. We could have Marty McNamara, Alan Nelson, DeAndre McClendon, or Marcus Lothian. Any one of those 4 could probably win the race at any time. On the women's side, it's somewhat the same way. Miranda King has come out in practice as our leader right away, although Tia Wonder has a lot of speed, and you know, in the races it's hard to tell what's really going to happen in the races because Tia has a lot of speed, Emma McGuire has a lot of speed, so you know, it could be anyone in that group, but I'm picking Miranda right now. And, I knew DeAndre McClendon was going to be very good. He's from Monmouth High School, Monmouth Roseville, but in practice he's looking a little bit better than what I thought he would be. I'm really impressed with DeAndre. Miranda King, she's putting in some really hard practices. Miranda has run for a number of years, and I think that helps her. Some of the rest of them are still getting in shape. You know, they worked out during the summer, but now we're working out a little bit harder. In all 5 years I've coached here so far, we've had regional qualifiers which have gone to nationals. I don't think this year will be any exception. This is probably one of the strongest teams of women we've had, and you know, it's definitely the strongest men's team we've had. So really, we always look towards our regional championship to, you know, everybody wants to qualify for the national championship, and that's what we're going for. I think we'll have pretty good success at that. It's great when our people can sleep in their own beds. Most of our regional teams are out of the Chicago metropolitan area and suburbs. So in most years we're traveling 2.5 to 3 hours just to get to our meets. Now this year everybody can sleep at home, be well rested, while the other teams have to do the traveling. Plus we will know our course, you know, because we're going to lay it out. I've already got the course planned out pretty well, and our people will know the course well and know what they've got to look forward to.
Hi, I'm Jim Carothers. I'm the head coach for women's and men's soccer at Carl Sandburg College. Separately, the men's team, they've done well. They've a little more gelling needs to go on due to the fact that they haven't played together for a while. But I think I have an excellent team. My forwards are great, and my defense is great, and I can't say anything better than that my fielders are as good as my defenders. And on the women's side, pretty much the same thing. I got some great forwards and midfielders, as well as I do have some defenders, and my defenders on my women's side seem to be a little bit stronger in keeping the ball out of the goal more so than the other. But I still feel that, again, with them gelling later on in the year, I think you'll see a good team coming out of them. Well, actually, my leaders are my captains. I mean, I took a little while to make that decision. It wasn't hasty, and for example, on the women's side, we have Lauren Herkes, who's just a tremendous worker. She works constantly. She's full of stamina. She never wears out. Casey Brophy is one of my defenders. Same way. I've never seen her wore down in any game, and I just believe that, like I said, those are the expectations, is the captains, and I picked the right captains. Lindsay Franey is my goalie, who is another captain, and I don't know how many times you've seen him, but Lindsay was here last year, and she definitely keeps the ball out of the net. Leaders on the men's as well. Shane Hall coming out of Galesburg, freshman. Great leader, great player, great midfielder. Ian Carothers, who is a second-year return. Same way on the defensive side as opposed to the midfielders. He's a great defender, keeps the ball out, keeps the defense going. My third one is Tyler Morton, another return from last year. He comes out of the midfield as a center midfielder, tenacious on the ball, he works well. Another leader that's leading the team. Actually, I do have a couple players that are that way. We have some newcomers into the women's side, which is Sammy Waite, Rachel Engel, Caitlin Straub. Actually, out of all of them, I'm looking at Caitlin Straub as being the strong forward, and in the defense, Sammy Waite is great in the defense. And on the men's side, I have Morgan Crawford, who is a freshman. Great. I've tried him in different positions, but defense seems to be his place, and he's tenacious on the ball as far as defense, gets it out of there. Just really surprising. Morgan is a quiet kid, but he's not quiet on the field. He does well.
My name's Coach Harding. I'm the head golf coach for Carl Sandburg College men and women's program. I look for this to be one of the best seasons we've had in school history. I returned 3 starters this year and replaced them with 2 great freshmen. The one freshman's already led us to our lowest score in the Highland 36 that we ever had, improved by 46 shots over last season. This year I look for actually not one standout leader. I have 5 guys that are all about the same skill level that so far in practice have tended to push one another. Great team guys, great players, they all have a lot of heart. So I don't really look for one standout. I actually think they all are about the equal. And as far as heart goes, they all give it about 120%. So far, we've only played 1 tournament, however, but I would say David Blake, a local Galesburg kid, came out. David's never been one to actually go low, however, he's never been one that's going to shoot in the 80s. I hope that doesn't black hat him. However, last week in a field of around 140, he came out in the Highland 36, shot 73-75. Got 3rd place in the tournament by shooting a 148. I mean, made his name quickly known to the Region 4 guys that we're not actually rebuilding this year, we're just reloading.